Guys, welcome back to DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty. So I'm going to make this a short video, short as possible. I just really want to touch on the pieces from the AMA, not the dates and all that. I'm gonna do that in another video, but specifically regarding the competition that Forex mentioned. So if you didn't catch the AMA, I'm gonna play that clip first. Then I'm gonna share with you some alpha. He didn't tell you how it's gonna be done exactly or who's covering it, but I've actually done this in the space with other projects, and I have an idea of what that will look like. It may or may not be this particular platform doing this competition, but these guys have a history and a track record of using competitions, and it has launched tons of $1 million projects. So first, let me play the clip in case you're not familiar. We're going to first talk about cover the Twitter followers that Forex looking to get into, the YouTube video ads, and then the competition. So it'll be 3 clips from Forex.
Now, as far as Twitter, we have over 50 million followers worth of Twitter influencers ready to go and schedule. We have a Twitter space with a Binance essentially contractor, someone that works and is very well respected at Binance. We have a Twitter space that's scheduled with him, so we can do an interview in front of his audience, which is over 500,000 followers on Twitter. We have a competition that we designed that is.
So that's the Twitter followers. Then he's going to talk about the competition, but he gets sidetracked. So we'll come back to that competition piece after he talks a little bit about the YouTube ads. So I'm going to play that clip. That is around here coming up. And this will all tie together, so I'll explain why I'm doing this.
Which will be running on a ton of major channels. And these are YouTube ads that play before a video and in between like live streams, like it goes to break. And we're targeting this ad on major channels. So for example, BitBoy, he doesn't do paid marketing anymore. You can't pay BitBoy, whatever, $40,000 to do a video just about your product. But you can, if you know how to do it, direct ads specifically to YouTube videos, specifically to BitBoy's videos. So you're having your ad play before BitBoy's video, in between BitBoy's video, and after BitBoy's video.
So that's talking about how they'll be running the ad campaign. So he actually got done with an interview or filming some videos with someone to make professional ad placement videos, and they can run those. If you're familiar with Google Ads and AdSense, you can actually target where you want these videos to pop up. And BitBoy, if you're familiar, is actually a really influential person in the space, and he doesn't do any more paid marketing, but you can have your ads pop up. So if you see it on my channel, I'm monetized and there are ads that pop up. I don't pick those, the algorithm picks those, and whoever the ad creators are decide what types of content channels they want to distribute it to. But here's the big piece I want to show you. It's coming up regarding the competition. So he's talking about this new competition that they're going to have to promote eyeballs on the animal farm. So let's get into that.
I'm about to give dates on all of this, by the end of the interview. And what this competition does is it gives a score based on different tasks that the person who hits the landing page can do. So we were thinking, how are we going to track where our traffic is coming from, what ads are working, and how are we going to create a call to action, meaning something that catches the eye of the person that sees the ad and makes them want to click the ad immediately. And one of the best ways to do this is with a competition. So we're going to have a competition where people who are forwarded to the landing page through different marketing vehicles, whether it's banner ads, whether it's YouTube ads, whether it's promotion from major Twitter influencers, will have a chance to win up to 5,000 BUSD for clicking on the ad, hitting our landing page, and then doing a series of tasks. Each task has a point score associated with it. So you get a series of points for following our Twitter account. You get a series of points for doing specific retweets and likes. You get a series of points for joining our Telegram group. You get a series of points for putting in a valid BSC address. You get a series of points for giving a referral code associated with the ad you saw. So this way, we can look at what referral codes people are putting in to know, okay, this person came from an ad on BSC Scan. And then we can look and say, wow, 80% of our traffic is coming from this ad on BSC Scan. Let's put more resources towards that. So these are things that we've...
All right, so that is the alpha, the piece I wanted to share with you, because as I stated in the beginning, I've actually had experience with these particular types of ads or ways of tracking. Now, I don't know if they're using this particular platform, but this is definitely one of the #1 platforms I've come across that use this really well. So first, before I show you the actual competition platform, I gotta show you the actual company that started utilizing this the most. So if you're not familiar with Bluezilla, Bluezilla is a incubator for Web3 projects, basically. And they do everything from start to finish. Meaning if you pitch them an idea, they can take it from its inception all the way to marketing, to tokenomics, to product design, to the NFT art, like everything. They do the entire thing. And what they have done successfully is actually incubate other launch pads. So if you're not familiar with a launch pad is an actual platform on various chains that other projects go to get launched. So Bluezilla is huge, and the platforms that they've created, like this was on NFT launch. I use this one, BSC pad on ETH, on Cardano. This was, forgot, on MetaV pad or something like that. Polkadot, like they've done this on Polygon. They've created these launch pads on multiple chains. And then these launch pads are what actually launch other projects, depending on the type of project. And as I said, they cover everything: design, smart contracts, IDO, tokenomics, advisory, legal, everything. They do this all in-house and basically just take a cut by doing all the work for you. You bring them the idea, and they essentially, run off with the project. So here's some of the launch pads that they created. I got into a lot of these. These are IDOs. In some IGOs, it's in initial game offerings, initial DEX offerings. Like some of these were actual DEXs. I got into Valhalla. I got all of these because of Bluezilla. And these are what the token appreciated after the launch. So Bluezilla was responsible for 1300x in MetaV pad, a 630x in Valhalla BSC pad, all these things, right? So I'm just showing you the history record of this incubator company, but that's to say that they use... Just a quick message, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That does help the channel as well as help bring brand awareness to all Forex Shark related projects. Thanks. This website, Viral Suite, as the competition to launch, right? So if you actually go into their Telegram, you'll have Bluezilla's IDOs and stuff like that. So if you're with them, they'll tell you about new IDOs coming up. And then what they do is, like, this is a new one coming up right now, right? So they'll say details, blah, 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 blah. Initial IDO date to be determined. If you want to get in on it, you have to go to this whitelist. And this is exactly what I'm telling you guys about, right? So app.viral suite. And here's what their whitelist looks like. This is exactly what Forex was explaining. Whether or not they will be using viralsweep.com, I don't know. There's another one called gleam.io. But basically what happens is it's a landing page, and they tell you a bit about the project. So you have this landing page with some information. They can design it however they want. And then in order to get access, you have to put in an email address and your BSC pad address, or launch, whichever one of the launch pads they partnered with, you have to put in that valid address. So Forex mentioned in that AMA that you put in a valid Binance wallet address, or whatever the case may be, or a referral address. So this is kind of the gatekeeping. So I'm gonna put my stuff in here. I'm gonna pause it because I'm in NFT launch, but I'm gonna pause it and show you what it looks like after you enter. All right, so I've just put in my email address and gotten in the the NFT Launchpad address. So they create what actions, and this is what he was talking about with points. So So they create the actions that give you different amounts of points. This one's actually relatively short. Some of the other ones have a long list of things for you to accomplish, but follow us on Twitter, follow us on Telegram, join our Telegram. So Forex mentioned a lot of these things that you get points for. And again, I don't know if they're using app.viral sweep or a viral sweep. Yeah, app.viral sweep. But it gives you a contest number or a what do you call that? Competition number, like to see where you're at, a score, to track where you're at. And whenever you complete these tasks, you get more points. And if you refer, they actually give you a referral code that you can share to other people. And when they join, it kind of comes under you. So it's kind of like the Drip Network buddy address, but this will tell them exactly where the traffic's coming from, who's doing the most referring. So in these competitions through Bluezilla, you actually get access to the IDO, the initial DEX offering or initial coin offering or whatever the case may be. So this is not valid for people in the US. They make you go through a KYC and ensure that to be eligible on these platforms, you actually have a non-US ID. So that doesn't work for this unless you're somewhere else. But the point is, once you get to these platforms and you've completed these tasks, when this product goes live, they will give you access to buy the token before launch. So you're getting an IDO, initial DEX offering or initial coin offering, and then you get to buy that token, and then there's vesting with it and things of that nature. But the point is that this model, as I showed you, Bluezilla has been using app.viral sweep. And I don't know if this is what Forex is going to use, but I do know that this particular way of marketing has landed them as like the #1 incubator that I'm familiar with, and billions of dollars through these launch projects that they've added. And these are not rug pull projects. They go through all the doxing and all that stuff like that. These are legitimate projects on all these chains, and each of these on these individual chains are like the #1 launch pad on those chains, and that's all been done by Bluezilla. Obviously, the ability for them to do all of this is what makes their project successful, but their marketing is a big part of it. So even if you have all this awesome stuff behind the scenes, unless you get eyeballs on the project, it's not going to work out. And they get tons of engagement due to their way of marketing in these channels. So looking for NFT launch. So in here, NFT launch, they have some of their projects coming up, and you'll be able to see what's going on and what's trending and all that stuff like that. And NFT launch is just one of the launch pads that, like you see, get access to this platform. So they partnered up for MetaVision on BSC pad, Game Zone, MetaV pad, and NFT launch. I actually am in NFT launch and Game Zone as IDOs. So anyway, the whole point of this video was to show you some of the stuff that Forex could be looking at. I don't know, again, if it's app.viral sweep. There's Gleam.io, but this is definitely a way that he could be referring to, and it could possibly be this platform. But if it's not this, then maybe they made something in-house or something else, but I think it'd be smarter to use something that's already been proven. And these contests like this usually cost a certain amount of money per month, and usually it's only for big kind of marketing companies and people with a marketing budget. So it's not something you'd want to do just to promote your own Twitter channel or Twitter page and YouTube or whatever. But yeah, just want to share that with you guys. I'm doing another video after this covering the AMA highlights. I wanted this one to be short, but it's already been over 10 minutes. But again, this, I believe, is some alpha for you guys that aren't familiar with this kind of stuff in the space. And like Forex said, not many people are familiar with this. And unless you've gotten into IDOs and you have to stake a lot of tokens to get into these IDOs, it wouldn't be something that's widely available. And as I mentioned, it's also not accessible to the US population due to the regulations that the SEC put in place about getting into IDOs, because they're considered securities. So this would fall under all of those things that Forex said about not widely used or not known in competitions and being able to award money and all that stuff. So, all right, continue to like and subscribe, pushing 3K. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible.